If you tuned into Sunday's contest between the Kansas City Chiefs and Oakland Raiders, you saw something that's been ubiquitous to early season NFL games at the Oakland Coliseum, now called Ring Central Coliseum. It's the infield baseball dirt of a dual-use stadium. The MLB's Oakland Athletics have played there since 1968, with the Raiders joining them for two stints, first from 1966 to 1981, then from 1995 to today. But Sunday was the last game we'll ever see the much-maligned dirt at an NFL game, signaling an end to the multi-purpose stadium craze of the past. Let's take a look back at where we came from and what's changed for stadium development and ask, how did that work? The Raiders' next two games are on the road at Minnesota and Indianapolis, followed by a Week 5 quote-unquote home game against the Chicago Bears in London. A bye in Week 6, followed by two more road games at Green Bay and Houston, means Oakland won't return home until November 3rd to face the Detroit Lions. By that time, the Oakland A's season, even if they make a deep postseason run, will be over and the infield dirt will be removed. Multi-purpose stadiums sprung up in the 1960s and 70s, coinciding with an era of suburbanization. Many teams followed their fans out of big cities into areas with large, cheap land. While sites like Old Yankee Stadium and Wrigley Field did host NFL games, those stadiums only accommodated football. They weren't designed for it. The first multi-purpose stadium built for both the NFL and Major League Baseball was Robert F. Kennedy Memorial Stadium, which opened in D.C. in 1961. It housed the Washington Redskins and Washington Senators, and eventually the Nationals. Shea Stadium was next, built for the New York Mets and Jets in 1964. Atlanta-Fulton County Stadium showcased both the Braves and Falcons, and then Oakland Stadium soon followed. From there, Houston's ASTRODOME was home to the Astros and Oilers. Jack Murphy Stadium in San Diego gave the Padres and Chargers a home. Cincinnati's RIVERFRONT Stadium was made for the Reds and Bengals, and Busch Stadium in St. Louis was home to both the NFL and MLB's Cardinals. Next, Three Rivers in Pittsburgh was the home for both the Steelers and Pirates. Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia was made for the Eagles and Phillies. The last of this era was the Kingdome in Seattle that played host to the Seahawks and Mariners starting in 1976. But these stadiums weren't necessarily beautiful jewels for their cities. Many of them featured similar designs and were dubbed concrete donuts with a simple circular structure. Most of them used artificial turf to aid in the transformation from sport to sport, and many were surrounded by large parking lots for fans. But now, 7 of those 11 stadiums have been demolished, and only Oakland still plays NFL games at a multi-purpose home. Many cite Oriole Park at Camden Yards, which opened in 1992, as the catalyst for teams ditching multi-purpose stadiums in favor of stadiums designed specifically for one sport, with organizations aiming to increase attendance and revenue by having more appealing stadiums near the heart of their respective cities. So as the Oakland Raiders head to Las Vegas in 2020, and the A's lay plans for a new solo stadium of their own, the Oakland Coliseum is the last of a dying breed. We've moved on from infield dirt on football fields, mostly for the better, and that's how it worked.